Hello everyone, this is me Debashis from Revsportz and with me is Shomik Chakraborty, my senior colleague. We all know that KKR hasn't had the greatest of start in the IPL so far, having won 3 out of 7 matches, and they have a very important match coming up against Gujarat Titans on Monday. The focus will be on Andre Russell, given the way he has performed so far. He hasn't looked to be in his sort. Means obviously, in last season he played a very crucial role, scoring 222 runs as well as picking up those important 19 wickets. And with me to talk more on Andre Russell's role, whether he is being underutilized or not, I have none other than Shomikda. Shomikda, what is your assessment about Andre Russell in the season so far for KKR?
See, he has underperformed, no doubt about it. Stats don't lie, right? So 34 runs, 7 games. If you look at it, the hard numbers say that we didn't get the Andre Russell we know as yet this season. At the same time, there is a flip side to it. One is that he has just faced 31 deliveries, which means he is coming far too low down the order. Far too low down the order. In the last 2 matches, he batted at 7 against Punjab Kings. He was the last man standing and was trying to salvage something in a losing cause, in the sense the way KKR's batting capitulated. Right? It was, and the situation came like it was hitting or bust. And Andre Russell eventually perished to Marco Jansen. So from that point of view, I would like to see, or maybe it would augur well for KKR if Andre Russell bats a little higher up the order, because he is not getting deliveries. If he bats higher up the order, he would have that bit of time to get into the group before starting his heavy hitting. And we all know how explosive his heavy hitting can be. So from that point of view, there are 2 sides to it. Yes, Andre Russell has underperformed, but I think he needs support from the KKR management to get into the group.
Obviously, Kolkata Knight Riders needs to win the next 2 matches at home against Gujarat Titans, who are upbeat after their incredible win tonight, and also against Punjab Kings. But having said that, Shomikda, last season, Andre Russell played a very important role for KKR, scoring those 222 runs. But not only did he score those important runs, but the strike rate at which he scored those runs, almost at a strike rate of 180. But as you rightly said, having faced only 31 deliveries, he did not get an opportunity to showcase his potentiality with the bat. And that has got something to do with his strike rate. Obviously, his strike rate is maneuvering at 109 odd.
See, the fact of the matter is that people have been questioning, especially the keyboard warriors on social media, saying that KKR made a mistake by retaining him for rupees 12 crore, Andre Russell. Now, consider this from the point of view of the KKR management. Someone who is a bona fide legend of the franchise, he has a humongous amount of credit in the bank to start with. But I am not going to that even. Last season, Phil Salt and Sunil Narine had formed a great opening partnership. Shreyas Iyer was there. Mitchell Stark contributed to the business end of the tournament. We saw the rebirth of Varun Chakraborty, and yet Andre Russell was still the team's X factor via 222 runs and 19 wickets. So from that point of view, the management was right in retaining him. Now there's this sudden drop off. Nobody expected this sudden drop off. One thing, I am a bit skeptical about whether Andre Russell is fully fit, not in terms of whether he has been carrying an injury. I don't think so, because if he would have been carrying an injury, he wouldn't have played. But in terms of, if you consider it on a yo-yo scale, how much will he score? That is the thing. So, even in the last match, we saw the last ball he couldn't take that single, and Vaibhav Harara had to face the next over from Arshdeep Singh. So he is struggling to convert those 1 into 2s. Don't forget that he's 36 years old. So from that point of view, that is a concern. But rightly, and also you can say that someone like Robman Powell is waiting in the wings. So why not try Robman Powell for a game or two and rest Andre Russell to give him that required head space to get back into the group. But easier said than done. Given that Andre Russell, the thing that he brings to the table, the X factor he carries, it is not easy. Once again, I would suggest KKR would do well to send him up the order. And now that Abhishek Nair is back, mind, at the CPL, at Trinbago Knight Riders, where Abhishek Nair is the head coach, Andre Russell is a player under his wings. And Abhishek Nair has time and again spoken about Russell's leadership quality when he was managing, when he was coaching Trinbago Knight Riders. So from that point of view, the two gel well, and Abhishek Nair's return to the fold will not only help the Indian core of this team, I think it will help the likes of Andre Russell and Sunil Narain as well.
Yeah, Shomikda, you rightly pointed out, obviously, when it comes to Abhishek Nair's role, we saw yesterday during the net session, means having what we saw was Abhishek Nair spending a lot of time with none other than Rinku Singh. He was quite animated, obviously, showing him some areas where his technique was going wrong. Perhaps, obviously, he had a long chat with Ramandeep Singh, Venkatesh Iyer, who have having been in the KKR setup last season. So I think it augurs well for the Knight Riders going ahead in the tournament. At the same time, obviously, as you have rightly mentioned, that being a part of that coaching setup in Trinbago Knight Riders, where Andrew Russell was part of, and remember, Trinbago Knight Riders have been very successful in the Caribbean Premier League. Shomida, talking about Abhishek Nair, obviously we have KKR have a Otis Gibson as the assistant coach. They have a Dwayne Bravo as well. But what will it bring into the table when it comes to his role in the KKR setup?
See, Abhishek Nair will bring familiarity to start with. But before that, a little bit more on Andre Russell. Andre Russell has been working his socks off. That we can assure our viewers. He's working his socks off to get back to form. Even today, after 2 days, KKR returned to training today. KKR returned to training not today, yesterday, on Saturday. And Andre Russell directly headed to the CAB indoor nets, where he took throwdowns before coming to the ground to do his net session. He has been working his socks off. And obviously, see, it is not only Andre Russell who is underperforming. KKR's batting unit collectively has been underperforming. So, from that point of view, Abhishek Nair's return might help them because players are familiar with him. The Indian core, Russell, Narain. This is a man. Last year after KKR beat Sunrisers Hyderabad in the final, Varun Chakravarti publicly said, "This is the man. This is Abhishek Nair, who groomed the Indian core of the team." And he brought his assistant coach to face the camera. He was a bit shy. He always preferred to take a back seat, Abhishek Nair. But Varun Chakravarti brought him in front of the camera. So from that point of view, not only Varun Chakravarti, Venkatesh Iyer, Ankrish Raghuvangshi, even Shreyash Iyer, their title-winning captain, Shreyash Iyer had a one-on-one session with at KKR's Mumbai Academy when he was going through that critical phase, that back spasm, losing his contract, losing his central contract. He was criticized for not turning up for the Ranji Trophy, stuff like that. But that was the time when he had turned to Abhishek Nair. So there is a mutual trust. And that is very, very important in any dressing room. The mutual trust between the coaching team and the players, that is very, very important.
Yeah, obviously, with due respect to Otis Gibson, you have to give time to the Caribbean former cricketer as well. But at the same time, someone like Abhishek Nair, we all know what he did with Rinku Singh when he had a tough time, obviously that injury, and during his rehab at the KKR Academy, he spent a lot of time with Rinku Singh, and yesterday also during the practice session, we witnessed Abhishek Nair spending a long session with Rinku Singh. It was notable to see him spending a long time with Ramandeep Singh in the nets, as well as Venkatesh Iyer. So I think the KKR middle order, Somikda, if you ask me, has not delivered so far. So with Abhishek Nair now in this coaching setup, I think it will only help this Indian middle order core to get going.
See, if you see the last game against Punjab Kings, there was a phase when KKR lost 5 wickets for 7 runs, right? In the game against LSG, which sat in KKR's dugout, there was a phase they lost 5 wickets for 23 runs and lost their way. So this season, what we have seen so far, their middle order crumbled under pressure, and their top order is not that consistent. Obviously, Abhishek Nair's presence will help. Forget about Abhishek Nair's failed stint with the Indian team. Red ball coaching is a completely different ball game. There are a lot of technical nitty-gritties are involved in the red ball setup. And Abhishek Nair, without any first-class coaching experience, maybe that was the reason why he was found out at the test level. But T20 cricket, and especially KKR, is his natural habitat. And players have also welcomed him with open arms. That said, the players will have to perform out there in the middle. A coach can help you. A coach can give you a plan. A coach can help you in your process as far as preparation is concerned. But out there in the middle, in front of 60,000 fans under pressure, you will have to perform. And it is down to the players. KKR will have to win at least 5 more games to qualify for the playoffs. And they have 7 games remaining. It is a very tough ask. And then, as you very rightly said, the next 2 games, home games, are very, very important. And they will be facing the high-flying Gujarat Titans on Monday. So it is a very, very tough job. From that point of view, I hope their confidence is not dented. And another aspect is Abhishek Nair, I know him, and he is a very, very positive character. He's a positive guy. So that positivity might have a trickle-down effect, and the players might benefit from that.
Lastly, Shomikda, obviously there has been a lot of discussion about the wicket. What is your assessment about Eden Gardens wicket for the match coming up against Gujarat Titans on Monday?
As we speak, we saw Shujanda leaving. So the thing is that Eden Gardens pitch will not change, Debashish. You know that.
Yeah.
I know that. Eden Gardens pitch will not change. And KKR will have to put that home advantage or pitch thing out of their system. They got a favorable pitch, sort of a pitch to their liking in Punjab, and bundled out Punjab Kings for 111, but they couldn't chase it down. So it is not about the pitch. In the last game against LSG, they were all but, the game sat in their dugout, despite the fact that LSG had scored 238. KKR, the pitch, Eden Gardens pitch would be a typical Eden Gardens pitch. There will be good bounce carry. Spinners will get some punches. At the same time, it would be a delight for the stroke players. So, and KKR stroke players will have to bat unfettered without the fear of failure. Last season, when Gautam Gambhir was there, we saw them playing without the fear of failure. Last season, they only lost 3 group league games. This season, at the halfway stage, they have already lost 4. That fear of failure batting needs to be back in the KKR mindset.
Can we see a revival for the Knight Riders with the incoming of Abhishek Nair? Only time will say.
I beg your pardon. I said the fear of failure batting. It is with that playing without the fear of failure batting needs to be back in the KKR setup, in the KKR mindset.
So that's all we have to share with you. Obviously, keep watching this space to get more updates throughout our coverage from the IPL. This is me, Debashish, along with Shamik Chakraborty, signing out from the Eden Gardens. Keep watching Revsportz and do subscribe our channel to get all the updates throughout our coverage from the world of sports. Until then, see you.